Before I start this video, only 9% of you watching this are actually subscribed. If you do enjoy this video, consider subscribing. Thanks.
Alright guys, how we doing? It has been a while since my last video, and I know I've said that probably 2 or 3 times already, but life's been pretty busy at the minute, and obviously everything's changing so quickly. You know, people's lives are getting thrown upside down at the minute. Mine is included in that. But anywho, we're back en route. I've been doing a lot of trunking lately, so nothing too interesting, so I didn't want to do any videos. But we've got quite a nice route today, one that's not inside London. We're going down to Tunbridge Wells, which is about an hour and a half approximately away. So a nice drive down there, 6 drops down there, and then we're back. So yeah, not too bad of a day. I'll keep you updated throughout the journey down to Tunbridge. You may or may not be aware of where I am. I would expect most of you do. We're just going over the Dartford crossing, and actually for once in recent times the weather is quite nice. So it's looking really nice out here. Yeah, I've been listening to the radio on the way down, as I have been for the past probably month or so, and it's LBC I'm listening to, leading Britain's conversation, and we've been talking a lot about the coronavirus, and I just want to rant a little bit about my feelings on the coronavirus. I'm sure absolutely everyone watching this video right now knows about it and is being affected by it in some way, whether that be you've lost your job or you can't get toilet rolls in the bloody supermarket. You are being affected in some way, and the way that I'm being affected is I'm not too bothered about my job because I deliver to supermarkets. So I don't see that demand decreasing. In fact, I only see that increasing as everyone decides to stock up on everything. And I work for quite a large company. I don't see too many problems with that. What I do see a problem with is my aspirations. As many of you will know, and especially my friends and family, if they see this video, they will know I'm a passionate pilot. I'm training at the moment to be a commercial pilot, and I was due to finish in October, and technically I am still due to finish in October, potentially a couple months later due to delays. However, I really don't know if it's a good idea to go forward with it at the moment, and it's all due coronavirus. That's a lie, actually. It's due a lot of things: Brexit, the 737 MAX issues, the UK CAA leaving EASA. That's where my concerns are. I'm not too bothered about contracting the illness. In fact, I kind of see that I need to contract it to be able to help out with this herd immunity thing. As long as we can develop immunity for it to a degree, we can stop the spread of it. And I am not in a high risk group. I don't have any underlying health conditions, and I'm 21 tomorrow, believe it or not. It's the 16th of March today, and on the 17th of March is my birthday. So yeah, I'll only be 21. I'm not going to be in a high risk group, so I'm really not that concerned about it. I have spoken to my elderly relatives, of which I only have a couple. Be safe and do what you can to minimize the risk of getting it, because you know that would be a little bit more serious. But did this really have to happen now? Like, seriously, did it have to happen in 2020, right when I'm doing my training, and I'm only 6 months away from finishing? There's going to be a huge pool of pilots trying to get jobs, and for the foreseeable future, that won't be changing. So it's not worth doing my training now, because I have to keep my ratings current. I have to make sure that I still look employable, and that involves spending money. And I don't really see the point in doing that. I might as well delay my training. Not to mention all the panic buyers. I was in Aldi Romford yesterday. You actually have to go in the same way the cars go in, all the customers, and go and find it in the car park somewhere. Find the bay in the car park, and there were just cars parked everywhere, all over the hatched markings, all over the. Let's move over for this guy. All over the car park, in the spaces, but also outside of the spaces. just all up the fence. Basically, if I was in a 44 footer, I was in an urban trailer yesterday, which is 11 meters. If I was in a 44 footer, I wouldn't have been able to get round. So I was quite fortunate there. But I had to start unloading via tail lift just outside the store entrance and go in the fire exit. It was ridiculously busy. Queues all the way to the back. I actually went and tried to have a look for the toilet roll aisle. I couldn't find it. I just want this all to be over, to be honest. But I am slowly accepting that it is really going to seriously affect our lives. We are 20 minutes away from our first drop. I think I said that we were going to Tunbridge Wells first, but we're not. We're going to Tunbridge first, then we're going to Tunbridge Wells, and then on to Crowborough, and that's largely the route today. Yeah, it's a nice drive down. You got a large portion of it because I was ranting about coronavirus. We haven't got too many cages for this drop. Probably, I think it's something about 8 or 9. Quite a nice area. I really do like driving in Sussex. I'm pretty sure we're in Sussex. A couple of the drops today we have actually... Oh, we're not going left. We are going exit number 2. Yeah, a couple of these drops on this route today I have actually done already. Quite a while ago, but nonetheless they have been done. So I probably will recognise them. I don't think I've done this Tunbridge one before. Oh, it just indicated at the last second there. I don't know if you saw that. Just up here on the right, I did set the sat-nav location myself, so it should take us right to the road that we need to go down. Yes, here we go. And yeah, it's around the back of the store is the loading bay, so actually this is a bit of a different one. I'm going to let this car out. Usually, as I say, it's in the car park. It doesn't look like it is. Come on, mate, you can come out as well. Yep, there we go. I can see the inflatable area, inflatable bit. Just get this seatbelt off. Let's do a nice reverse into here. Nice blindside reverse. A bit too much there. Take the lock off a bit, keep it going round. so it's not too busy in there. It is quite busy though. There was no one on the shop floor that could do any of my paperwork. But we're just leaving, so I'm gonna just sort the suspension out. Thought I'd also show you though the brand new clip that I had to put in this morning. Yeah, just wasn't there, had to defect it, so. Alright, anyway, we're off to Paddock Wood now. So we're stuck behind some cyclists. We are getting past. They've just waved us. I don't know if you saw that. I'll give him a hands up. There we go. I just watched a rigid just go ahead and go right past them on a blind corner, which was so stupid. In other news, I've received a rumour. Now this is a rumour, that my company, we are receiving some brand new units in December. Around Christmas time, that's our busiest period, as you can imagine, with supermarkets. So yeah, we're going to get 25 new units then in December this year, and then over the next 12 months after that, we're just going to be rolling out the new units and swapping the fleet over. I don't know what units they're going to be, but I imagine they're going to be DAFs. We did have a couple of DAFs in over this Christmas just gone, but they were like kitted out, you know. And they looked really good, and I drove one down to Weston-super-Mare, so that was a nice long trip, and it was, I mean, it was luxurious. Two miles to go to drop 2 of 8 today, although 2 of the drops are, it's a petrol station and then it's the main store. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Tesco's is around here. I think it's down on the right. It wants us to go over that bridge, but I sure as hell aren't doing that. In fact, I don't think it is. No, we're right. I thought he was trying to get us to go over that bridge, but it's not. It actually wants us to go round here. Yep, here it is. I recognise this. Apologies, I couldn't record that. We did get onto Bay though. It was simple reverse. It was just go up there and then reverse it round. But yeah, the store staff came out to speak to me, so kind of had to just get it done. Tight reverse though, but yeah, got it in. 3 cages here, then we're off to Tunbridge Wells. Job done. It took us a while because there was actually a van there, just parked right there. So I am in need of a break shortly. Not literally. I could go quite a few more hours without having to have a break. But you know what the law is. Got to follow the laws of the land. There we go, we're out of there quite nicely. I definitely wouldn't have managed that. Come on. Yeah, as I was saying, definitely wouldn't have managed that with that van there. It's getting really tight here. You can see where other lorries have mounted or buses have mounted the mud there. As I think probably other lorries were coming from the opposite direction. Actually, this is the way I came in. I remember this corner. This whole area looks like it's pretty much brand new. The sat nav is actually out of date on for that for the road that we were on just back there. The junction was entirely different. But I managed to find my rough way. Well, I managed to guesstimate and I got it right, so that's obviously good. I'm going to be going in there and turning left. Yep, there's Aldi, which is where we're going. And that B&Q van is just going around the back, so I'm going to follow that B&Q van. Bloody hell, there's a lot of shrink wrap around here. I think this is all extra B&Q stuff. But as far as I'm aware, Aldi is, if we just follow this all the way around, it should, yeah, take us around the back of the stores. I'm going to tell you what, it's a bit thin. Aha, yeah, here we go. There's the jackpot. Now I'll do this one a bit better than I did the first reverse. The first reverse of the day is like a warm-up. That's my excuse. I think you can give me a bit of slack on that. Yeah, that's pretty straight. Pretty much spot on there. There we have it. Suspension down at the front. Alright guys, hello again. It's been approximately 3 hours since that last little clip, the little clip. I'm not gonna lie, not much has happened. I've done 2 more drops. I'm at one right now, but I'm having to wait for a lorry to get off the bay. He's being loaded up at the minute, and that's gonna be about 15-20 minutes. So I did have that 15-minute break, and I still need a 30-minute break. I ended up getting this, one of my favourites. I like the pulled pork ones, but Crowborough didn't have any. I did also buy some Jaffa cakes, but I've eaten 2 of them already, and some quavers, and you know, it's a great lunch. So 2 drops left. We are still in Tunbridge Wells. There's many drops in Tunbridge Wells. This is the last one here though. And then we're going to John's End or something like along those lines. which is just a little Tesco's. I do apologise for not keeping up with the vlogging today. It's, to be honest, everything's been happening really quickly. We had quite a lot of drops really close together. And also, I haven't quite got the format down on these videos yet. I haven't quite got how I'm going to, you know, be recording them, in what order, what I'm going to show, things like that, you know. I would show some unloading if I could, but, you know, that's definitely, I'm not going to be able to do that. You know, it will show my company, and I'm trying to do a good job of keeping that hidden. Don't tell me it's this one on the left. May or may not. It wants me to go up this road, but I don't want to do that. We're going to spin it around at this mini roundabout up here. We should be alright getting around here. And then we're going to come back and we're going to go slightly further up the road and enter from a different direction. Okay, so it's the next one, where those cars are parked there, just on at the top of the hill. There's Rock Villa Road. Is it that one? Yes, I think it is. Where's the sign? Hanover, yep, there we go. Right, so we'll come down here. It's just on the right, you've got the church here. And then I believe that's the entrance right there. Yep, there we go. We'll stick the hazards on and we need to park over it. Gonna be quite tight, that one. Oh guys, I am so sorry that I didn't record that. You would have absolutely loved that reverse. I'm not gonna lie, it was challenging for me, and I've been doing this 2.5 years. The extent to how good that was 3 people were guiding you in, right? On the risk assessment, 3 people. Yeah, it was pretty tough. But that meant that I didn't have the GoPro out. So we're finally off to the last drop. 3 minutes until we get there. It's literally around the corner. I think this one I've actually been to before, and there's only 2 cages, and then it's well, and then it's home time. Yep, I've definitely been here before. That guy is in our loading bay though. And there we go. That's 46 minutes of break done. We can stick that onto other work again. and we can head back to the yard. We've got a nice neat pile of paperwork there. But anyway, I'll just stick this on my head and we can head off. Now I'm going to do what I usually do. Oh, need to build some air up. I'm going to do what I usually do, and I'm just going to let it run, because that's what I do best. Cheers, mate. There we go. Yeah, we'll do a bit of driving. I won't say much. I'm pretty exhausted. It's been a long old day. By the time we get back, I'm going to be looking at a 13.5, 14-hour day, and I don't usually do those. Thankfully, I do have tomorrow off, which means I don't have to worry about getting to bed nice and early.